With the builders all busy beavering away with an assortment of different work orders at the moment, I've got some free time on my hands, so let's go have a look at the agricultural district, which is coming along pretty nicely, I do have to admit. Most of the buildings should now be up to the level 3 mark, if not level 4 mark, but we still evidently have quite a bit more work to do around here. Basically, we really should start thinking about just closing off this third ring here with a few more builds just on the top end, which won't be anything too exciting unfortunately, because I think we now pretty much have all of the type of builds that we need around the colony. So we will maybe then just stick in a barracks and maybe some other house builds, some farms as well, maybe some fields, anything really just to start enclosing off this area and pretty much then completing the overall look of the colony. Let's start off then with an easy first build and place in another barracks, which will be another one of these wide barrack builds, which will take over 2 or 3 different chunks. But I don't want any more entrances or exits to the colony, so this will simply just plug it off. And that one build then takes up 2 chunks for us. We have space for another 7 chunks or 7 builds just around the perimeter then to fill, which I am going to be boring with and just place in some housing here and maybe a farm beside it as well. But at least this does take up the space. I have an idea of what I want to do with the middle part here, which is basically just to turn it into a giant field, which I can then grab some bees over and get them to start harvesting some crops in the middle for us. But I would like the entrance of it to be from this direction here, so although I do have up a farm and a field beside it, I am probably going to rip them down and just place them on the opposite side here, just so then I do have a proper entrance up into it. So sorry Ariane, who probably still doesn't have a field to work in here, but I am going to cancel that upgrade at the moment and instead I'm going to deconstruct your building and make you unemployed. I'm also going to require this entire area in the middle to be a lot flatter than it is at the moment, which I could spend the time to dig it out. I do have the vein miner mod installed for that reason, but what I am going to do instead is get our idiots to then do that for us. So I've got the shape tool here and we have this gold block monstrosity in front of us, which is pretty much the same size as what I want them to clear out. So if I change the main block type over from gold to air, then that should hopefully be essentially a massive dig work order which I'll set for them. Then after it's all cleared and flattened out for us, we can start thinking about placing in a massive field. But that's a few different things I added to the work order list for here in the agricultural district. Let's see what our idiots are currently getting up to.
I'm going to do my best to work for you.
Aiden has a new voice by the sounds of it. Oh god. Aiden seems to be upgrading his own builder's hut at the moment and seems to be just requesting in a few oak buttons, in fact just one of them at the moment, which let me very quickly get that done for you then son, so that's going to be him supplied for his upgrade here to level 5. Why does it sound like he's taken so much helium? Bella next door is upgrading a guard tower at the moment, just waiting in on some chiseled stone bricks and sea lanterns. I seen that Henry is also upgrading his builder's hut to level 5 at the moment, as is Valerie I believe. Well there's Aiden just finished up with his, brilliant. No, Valerie is not upgrading her builder's hut because she's already level 5. She is actually doing her combat academy up at the moment, which is this building here, and I think it's maybe going up to level 2 or level 3. It is being upgraded to level 3 at the moment, which is absolutely fine. I did just see that Aiden there has picked up the big dig decoration that I made for him, so as long as I haven't done anything too stupid with that decoration, he should hopefully just go clear that area out for us. The final two builders that we have are Marine, who is upgrading her own builder's hut to level 5, and we have Anderson, who is still upgrading that bloody hospital. Yes, we are still awaiting in on 600 pieces of white concrete at the moment. This is a ridiculous build, and one of which I am fed up of waiting on. So let's go get quite a bit of sand and some gravel, then just make up this bloody concrete by ourselves. Man, everyone is on helium here today. Well, my thinking might be a bit wrong here, but I did use the Nature's Compass to search for gravel, and it flagged up a windswept gravelly hill for us. So we'll head out to it just to see if it is going to give us exactly what we're looking for here. Which we do have some gravel here at least. Oh, you know what, actually, this is quite a bit of gravel. Okay, excellent. Well, at least this was not a wasted trip out here, but let's grab as much as we can. Then we're heading out to go find a desert. I lied about that actually, we already know of a desert. Right, trip. I have made a trip out there and have grabbed a lot of goodies here for you to start making concrete for us. You have plenty of concrete in here. He's basically made all of the concrete powder for us, but just hasn't solidified it yet, although I do have a rather simple way to solidify concrete, and it was very handy of our delivery system there to just help themselves to that concrete, although I'm pretty sure I'll get it back here to the warehouse quicker than they will. But here we are then, Anderson. I have collected all of the concrete that you're going to require, well, apart from 86 more pieces, which the colony will just need to do that for you. I have done way more than my fair share there. But hopefully that has been enough time then to allow Aiden to clear out that area and Bella to construct some of those agricultural builds for us, which they really haven't done too much. So, excellent. If you want a job done right, do it yourself. That's the area in front, now looking a lot flatter, which is good. I had Marine deconstruct the farm for us, and we've placed it somewhere over there, as well as the field as well here, which I think is just here actually. So this is the field, and I think this build here then must be the farm. Yes, it is. So they will get both of those builds back up for us at some point. I think we have Marine upgrading this house here at the moment, seeing as we had a bit of a vein mining issue with it earlier on. Yep. But anyway, let's move on and create this kind of greenhouse idea that I have then, which is once again going to involve the use of our very favourite shape tool, and is pretty much then just going to end up looking something like this. These are all lime stained glass blocks, and it's pretty much just a giant cube shape of it with a hollow centre, which does include the floor unfortunately, but it's just far simpler for me to do that at the moment. Then I will dig all of this out and place in some farmland instead. Okay, I have no idea really what I'm doing, so let's just go ahead with yet another decoration. 3,330 lime stained glass for this. Absolutely fantastic. I have set Bella the work order there for our greenhouse, seeing as she was constructing the barracks here, which is practically up at this point. I will come in and sort this out at some point, but yep, the barracks on top is really not looking too bad. And in fact, there it's complete. Bella has now picked up that work order, and of course will require in a stupid amount of glass, so let's get our glass blower being busy for us. In fact, there is that much glasswork involved here that even I will help out a little bit. Alright then, Bella, here is 250 odd pieces of limestone glass. Just another 3,000 to go. I believe that's Bella now gotten enough pieces of this glass to, yep, make a start on the base of it. Excellent. Which is a bloody shame because I will need to come around eventually just to remove all of this here because, well, we don't need a bottom floor of it. I believe I have set the decoration to be 11 blocks high, maybe 12 blocks high. Whatever the height of the buildings over there are, that's pretty much what it's going up to. So, yep, we've definitely got quite a bit of work ahead of us here. Well, so far so good. That is the entire perimeter of this now done, with a little bit of height involved at the back. But on the open request list, it's starting to look rather scary here. So instead of tackling all of that, let's go back to our comfort place and maybe just play around with some bees instead. So I want to introduce a new type of bee, the hoarder bee, which is going to help out our farmer bee in this new greenhouse that we're creating. Because basically this hoarder bee will just collect any dropped materials that the farmer bee collects and leaves on the floor. And in order for us to breed out a hoarder bee, we will need to feed a collector bee a shulker shell. With a collector bee then being bred out by force feeding a bee a hopper. So let's go get ourselves some bees then. Right, we have a few normal bees then, so let's release them and give them all a hopper each. There's some collectors. And then we will force feed them a shulker shell to create the hoarder bees. Which, just as a test, what if I dropped a hopper on the floor? Will one of you come over to pick that up? Not so far by the looks of it, although you will need a shulker. I think they might need a nest in order to store some things in, so I've placed that down and... Yep, they're still not really collecting that hopper. Good. Well, that was a complete waste of time. Alrighty then, Bella. I guess we're still just requesting in a stupid amount of glass here. Indeed we are. Right, let me go back and see if I can collect any more sand then, just to really speed this process up. Although not before I quickly stop in here, just to ensure that the glass blower is still making glass for us. Which you're not really. Once again, if you want a job done right, you know the rest. Well, scrap that idea of me heading out to get some sand. It seems as if the desert has come to me instead. I am going to very quickly make up a few of these limestone glasses before I head out, and yeah, then I think we need to go take on a mummy raid. Oh, but the hopper is gone, and they have put it inside their nest. Excellent. Right, let's go deal with our mummy issue then, shall we? Yep, hello chaps, I appreciate the visit, but I am rather busy at the moment doing completely pointless work within the colony, so if we could just vacate, that would be lovely. And by vacate, I of course mean just die. For the sheer amount that I have just killed there, that health bar at the top really hasn't dropped by too much. Which suggests to me that, yep, there is maybe quite a lot more around the place. What a good job that we have such big, sturdy stone walls to keep all you chaps out then, eh? Although I will absolutely take all of the ancient tomes that you're dropping here. Fantastic. I probably should also rally all the guards to come aid me here at the moment, but, this is just easier. Lots of easy experience for me and to heal my poor broken shovel. Well, we have 5 raiders left and I can't say that I'm going to be sad about it because this has certainly taken a hell of a long time. One more mummy idiot left who is now dead. Excellent. But we sure as hell got a few ancient tomes just from that one raid there. Holy crap. Well, Bella, I return triumphant and with a few more pieces of limestone glass then for you. But we still have plenty more of the stuff to go. So I think we will pick this up and continue this next time.